Yeah, it's live now. So, for this stream, we're just gonna discuss Game of the Year and what you think it's gonna be. Um, the one for this year, the one that's coming up. I'll check them out. Well, I'm sure that Elden Ring's up there. Alright, I got the candidates pulled up. Alright, so we got, Game of the War. I mean, Game of the Year. It looks like Elden Ring is up there. I think they already did it. I don't know. Let me just wait for it to load. So what are your thoughts on all the games this year? Alright, so in that case, let's just discuss the aftermath. Well, yeah, so... Yeah, I think so too. They really did, we were waiting for that game for a while, and, the developers certainly worked hard on that, but... Yeah, I think it's probably the best Dark Souls game yet. This Dark Souls game, how many Dark Souls games have won Game of the Year, do you think? Like, I'm sure Elden Ring isn't the first, but we don't know. Mm-hmm. I bet, I think God of War fans must be pretty sad because, God of War is like a really good game, and, like, they really did, they released the game, I think, a little bit late because not everyone was allowed to play it. I think Elden Ring really got to it first because I believe it was released in, back in, like, February. It was, like, it was there. Like, by the time Game of the Year was, like, voting, the whole fuss kind of died down, but they were still, like, on top. Ragnarok was still not there, but I feel like, God of War games were, I feel like God of War games have been pretty good recently. What do you think? For sure. I'm kind of surprised because, like, not everybody was allowed to play it because of the whole, like, PlayStation, Xbox, like, compatibility issue, and it was, like, kind of like a difficult game. I'm surprised that it got the praise that it did with, like, being such a difficult game. But also because of that, like, it got so much, so many people got to play it, and all those people still said it was great, even though they, like, probably rage quit out of it, like, multiple times. It's really just a game that, a rage game is only good if you want to come back for more, really. I've I've beaten yeah. It's just so like intriguing. I feel like as like a Dark Souls game, it just like kind of just fulfilled that Dark Souls thing where it just like it just keeps getting better, and you can really see that through Dark Souls games. Like they're really well designed for like how the player is in the game, and like you don't get like confused that like am I supposed to be here at this point in the game? Like even though it's like such a big game, but like very indirectly. Which is kind of why I think God of War didn't quite make it, even though it's quite a good game and more of like a mainstream game than Elden Ring. But I just think they rushed it a little. The developers definitely rushed it a little bit. I think it's kind of similar to, it's a little bit like, it's sort of like a more difficult Skyrim in the form that it's sort of like that, but I think like the story is a little bit more developed than games like Skyrim or like Assassin's Creed. Wait, I don't think Assassin's Creed even like made it on to this list. That's pretty sad. Assassin's Creed used to be like the bomb. Yeah, still, I think that Ragnarok might have just like, in my opinion, I think God of War, just like the one that came before it, was just better. You don't really want like a sequel to be worse, and I'm pretty sure that Elden Ring just like totally bombed that. They were just like, this is just better than Dark Souls 3, and I think Dark Souls 3 is probably one of my favorite Dark Souls games. Mm-hmm. Also, on the topic of that, I think the sequel for Hollow Knight, which they've delayed like 3 years, I'm pretty sure the developers are just, yeah, even with Hollow Knight 2, they're just like, I don't even know if they're like working hard on it or whatever, but I'm pretty sure that that game is going to be like really good when it comes out. Because, I mean, like, what, like 4 years of delays? People were complaining that the game didn't come out back in 2019. It's pretty funny at this point. So, in category, yeah. Yeah, that's probably one of the better parts of Hollow Knight, and yeah, I really hope that when Hollow Knight comes out next year, I think that the sequel, that is, I think they're, I really hope they win Best Indie Game award, because the developers worked very hard on that game for sure. Alright, category 2 is best game direction, which is the best innovation in game creation and design, which um, looks like Elden Ring won that one pretty easily. But Ragnarok came in second place by pretty close, I mean, by much more than the other ones. And I'm kind of surprised because it beat Stray. And Stray is like a really good, really fun innovation and design game. Yeah. I don't really like the graphics, but everything else is just amazing. Yeah. 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 I feel like Assassin's Creed is just like, I don't know why, but like it's like fitting every single standard for like what a good game should be in 2022, and it's just out there. Like I played Odyssey and it was amazing. It was very fun. Hmm. Assassin's Creed is like certainly one of the better games. We got a best narrative for category 3, and it looks like God of War Ragnarok took this one. Um, which is best storytelling and narrative development. I'm very surprised that Elden Ring didn't get this one because you do like know what's going on, but like their story is fantastic. It's just like the way they really told it in Elden Ring. I don't think it's like a flaw. It just isn't as good as God of War. God of War is like really developed story, but like probably not as developed as Elden Ring. But the thing with God of War is they do a really good job of telling that story. They really like showcase that story, and I think that's why they won this one. I haven't really played much of I haven't played much of Ragnarok, but I did beat the first God of War, and it was pretty fantastic. And I'll probably finish Ragnarok, but I recently started. All right, so category 4 is best art direction, and Elden Ring took this one, which is pretty obvious. I mean, God of War had some pretty good graphics, but like Elden Ring, they did that map design is probably like one of the best ever. Besides, I guess like GTA's map design, which is pretty awesome. I think that's also what probably like made the game a little bit longer. A lot of work went into Elden Ring, and I think like not not as much work went into God of War Ragnarok, but it still is a pretty good game. Just Elden Ring, I think, is just a masterpiece. I don't think I would consider God of War Ragnarok as a masterpiece. It is certainly a great game, but I don't think I'd put it up there with Elden Ring. hmm I think part of the reason why they've won a lot of these is just because it's a good sequel. It's not like as good as a game, but it's a great sequel to God of War. Like it's bad, but you'd still watch it. Oh, you cut out. Oh, you cut out for a second. Sorry. We got a best score and music, which is to God of War Ragnarok. I think this one is. I mean, I feel like this one was close, but they're both incredible. Yeah. The composer of the person for God of War. Also, I think they did the music for Godzilla King of Monsters as well, which is yep. And the composer for Elden Ring. Let me just let's just see the person who composed Elden Ring. Um, Looks like they've really done mostly game soundtracks rather than uh yeah. Yeah, I don't think so either. It's really just the people who make the movie are just like, let's practice doing special effects. It's like they have like a whole bunch of interns using special effects. They just like hired people. You can learn how to use special effects. Mhm. Yeah. Best audio design, that's basically the same thing. Best performance. Um, Let me just look. Best game ongoing that involves player experience. Like, I'm pretty sure this is just like pretty much all games. We have Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact out of best thing that like is good, that like basically like a game that you'd keep playing. I think it's like a game where they just like keep adding content. There's like a lot of content that's always being added to Fortnite, so you're just like, I better go check that out. Which I think I'm surprised because I don't think they won this. It was I'm also surprised Genshin Impact didn't win this because they're like a huge game. But like as far as mobile games go, like if you want to play like basically Legends of Zelda on your phone, then everyone who wants to do that has that game. I'm I'm surprised Destiny 2 even like made its way up here because Destiny 2 I played and it's like it's fun, but like I can't see how you'd keep playing it. It's not like that kind of game. Like yeah, it's an online game, sure, but like yeah. Yeah, most people who play Apex usually play it for a while. It's not like you just like get it and then just forget about it. Um, the winner of this is actually Final Fantasy 14, and that's kind of surprising to me. I feel like Fortnite would win this one. I think the reason it won is because the people who play this game have played this game for like 200 plus hours. It's yeah. Then we have best indie game. Best indie game is Stray. I don't really have anything else to say. I think they deserve this one. Wait, did an Ori game? I mean, if it, sorry. It sort of reminds me of like Halo a little bit, but like you're a cat. Also, I think there wasn't an Ori game this year, but I bet if an Ori game came out, it probably would have beaten Stray. Cause like, I mean, like Stray is like a big game, but like I know like two people who played it, and like people who are into indie games don't like play it as much. as like they would other indie games, you know? Because like a 3D game. hmm Best mobile game, um, Marvel Snap won. That's just wrong. They have Apex Legends Mobile and Genshin Impact on this list. I've never even heard of this game. Yeah, that's probably true. Let's just forget about that and move on with our lives. Best community support, Final Fantasy. Oh, behind No Man's Sky. Behind No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky, yeah, they're above No Man's Sky in player support. That's insane. The No Man's Sky community is huge. I don't think it'll ever die out, honestly, until like the designers go bankrupt. I don't even know like what it's turned into over the years. I know it started out as like some game that's like I don't know. But yep, I've played it like a few times. I played like so innovation and accessibility is Ragnarok. Easy to see that Elden Ring didn't even make it to the charts on that list. Oh, PlayStation thing. Best VR game. Um, can't believe Among Us VR made it up here, but they did. If you're watching this and you can afford a VR headset, then like tell us what it's like. Tell us what it's like owning Twitter. It's kind of depressing. Best action game. I'm very surprised that Bayonetta 3 won this one over Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Sorry, I mean Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I'm surprised they didn't win that one. I know, I'm just surprised they didn't win it because Call of Duty is like kind of like a big game. Um, Best action slash adventure game. Yeah. Best 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 action adventure game also goes to God of War Ragnarok, but what I'm surprised about is Elden Ring isn't even on this list, which is insane because it's both of those. And Stray almost got this one too, which I'm surprised about as well. Best role-playing game is Elden Ring. I mean, didn't have much to beat here. The runner-up was the Pokemon Legends Arceus, which I mean, I guess it's a role-playing game. It's a role-playing game when you have more than one dialogue option, and I guess it fulfills that. Best fighting game. Oh, this is like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is one of the runner-up, so I don't think this game is really relevant. Best family game. Best family game is Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and it looks like all of these are all made by Nintendo. So Lego Star Wars, Nintendo Switch Sports, and Splatoon 3, huh? Surprised they didn't win. I played the first one when I was like really, really, really young. I can't see how it would be better. I can't see how another one would be better. It looks exactly the same. I don't know why it blew up so much, and I'm also surprised why Kirby beat it. And as for Splatoon 3, I mean, people have been waiting for that game for a long time. I'm pretty sure like 70% of Switch users. Hmm. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure like most of the people who use Nintendo Switch really, really, really wanted Splatoon 3 to come out for many years. And I'm surprised that it was beaten by Kirby and the Forgotten Land by so much. But I don't even know how it like is. I don't know how it won. Best Sim strategy game. We're gonna actually have a discussion about best Sim strategy game because that's like our kind of game, if you know what I mean. I've spent like multiple hundreds of hours playing Civ 6 and Crusader Kings 2. But Mario plus Rabbids Spark of Hope. It beat Warhammer 3, Two Point Campus, Victoria 3, and Dune Spice Wars. I mean, the two. I think so. It was also supposed to win. Not supposed to, like, it was. They thought it was gonna win. I actually have a thing. I have a Warhammer miniature actually. Once. My bad. So yeah, I don't really know what this is. So if there's any Warhammer fans out there, tell me what that is. My friend made that for me. Sports/racing game. This is It looks like I think EA made most of these. I don't like EA games. I played Battlefront 2. That's about it. People say Battlefront 2 kind of sucks. I mean, I haven't played Battlefront like the original, but like actually I did play it once and it was fun, but like I don't know why everyone hates Battlefront 2 so much. It's like it's really fun. I think the campaign for Battlefront 2 is just amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Um they certainly worked hard on those. Um Looks like FIFA 2023, F1 22, and NBA 2K 23 were all on the list, but they were beat by Grand Turismo 7. But I don't even know. I mean, I played FIFA 2023. I think the reason it lost is because it was so darn overpriced. I played it on my god brother's Xbox console, but he's rich, so So, best multiplayer game, looks like it was won by, Call of Duty. Sorry, it was won by Splatoon 3, but Call of Duty Modern Warfare Multiversus, Overwatch 2, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge were all up there with it. That's true. I don't know why Overwatch. I think Overwatch 2 and Splatoon 3 were really like the only people like on the podium for this list. I feel like Splatoon 3 is just like the developers didn't really change much from Splatoon 2. It's sort of like whenever they make a new FIFA game, they're just like, get the new one, and they just made the control scheme more difficult. And then they're just like, oh yeah, we're cutting support from these. And then you're like, okay, I'll pay you another $60. Uh, Not much more. Content Creator of the Year was won by Ludwig. Um, by judging by the other people on this list, like, I don't know why these are the only people on the list. Um, I haven't heard of half of these, and then the other one is Carl Jacobs. So, uh, I guess that's cool. Game of the Year. ISO Speed wasn't even up there, which is pretty crazy. I think ISO Speed is like deserves to be there, cause like I think he's like one of the YouTubers who's had like the most like videos about him that aren't like his videos. Besides, I guess Mr. Beast, but I don't know. I watched Jay Schlatt complain about Ludwig once. That's about it. Um, I'm gonna just skip a few. Uh, Most anticipated game. This is a pretty good one that we can talk about. Alright, so Final Fantasy finally lost one of the competitions they were in, but this is Final Fantasy 6 instead of Final Fantasy 14. Sorry, Final Fantasy 16 instead of Final Fantasy 14. There's so many Final Fantasy games at this point. Can't they just like name it like Final Fantasy, like The Awakening or something? I don't know. Hogwarts Legacy lost this one. I think that's an online game. Resident Evil 4 lost that one. Starfield lost that one. I think, but Legends of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, that was called for. That makes sense, in my opinion. I think Breath of the Wild is just like the game that has the most like clones. Yeah. we got a best esports game, and I was gonna say I played none of these because I don't really play esports games, but Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Dota 2, League of Legends, Rocket League, and Valorant. I've played most of these. I think I've actually played all of these. Valorant 1. I played Valorant once, and it's like, all I can say about Valorant is it's good, but if you want to play games like Valorant, there's better games. I wouldn't even consider League of Legends like even like an esports game. So, yeah, yeah. Um, I think Apex Legends. Apex Legends. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would consider League of Legends an esports game. Oh, actually, sorry. 1 second. Let me just 1 second. I can't open the door. The camera's on me. The camera's on me. It's on me. Yeah, you can. It's fine. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Uh. Hello.